Auto union opens talks with Fiat Chrysler, strike possible. Detroit, AP. The United Auto Workers Union on Monday turned its bargaining focus to Fiat Chrysler, raising the possibility of another strike against a Detroit automaker. Ford workers ratified their contract Friday night, while the union settled with General Motors last month after a 40-day strike by 49,000 workers that shut down the company's U.S. production. Ford, which has 55,000 UAW workers, mostly follow the pattern agreement set at GM. But industry analysts say the same deal will cost Fiat Chrysler a lot more money because of the makeup of its workforce. Fiat Chrysler CEO Mike Manley said recently that automakers are in different conditions in terms of labor forces, hinting the company may be reluctant to follow the pattern. The union, however, expects FCA to follow the template set by GM and Ford. "We look forward to bargaining a fair, balanced and patterned contract as FCA is a profitable company," the UAW said in a statement. "You cannot brag about your earnings to Wall Street and at the same time ignore the sacrifice of your workforce that put you in that profitable position." The deal with Ford and GM gives workers hired after 2007 pay raises so they reach top UAW production wages within 4 years. It also gives temporary workers a path to full-time jobs within 3 years. Workers hired after 2007 now are paid lower wages than workers hired before that, even though they're doing the same jobs. Workers hired before 2007 get a mix of annual pay raises and lump sum payments. Fiat Chrysler has more workers hired after 2007, and a higher percentage of temporary workers than either Ford or GM. That means the terms of the contract would cost the company more money, said Kristin Sacek, Vice President of Labor and Manufacturing with the Center for Automotive Research, an industry think tank in Ann Arbor, Michigan. "They are looking at significant cost increases," Sacek said of FCA. She says a strike against FCA isn't out of the question, and depends on how willing the company is to follow the pattern set by Ford and GM. FCA said in a statement it welcomes bargaining toward a deal to keep investing in the company's future and creating opportunities for employees and communities. Ford has about 18,500 workers hired after 2007 who will get big pay raises with the new contract, compared with GM's 17,000. But Fiat Chrysler has over 20,000 union employees hired after 2007. In addition, about 11% of Fiat Chrysler's UAW workforce is temporary, while Ford has a cap at 8%, Sacek said. So Fiat Chrysler would have to make more workers full-time in the next 3 years, another large expense. Since 2016, Fiat Chrysler has posted more than $10 billion in net profits, largely on earnings in North America. The profits will make it tough for FCA to argue that it should be. For more on this story, visit the news article link.